Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new vlog. This week we are prepping our deck for not one, but 2 regionals. This year, I really want to get that invite early, and we are going to do our best to do so with Lunalight. Last week was incredibly fun. We brought Lunalight to locals, and we actually got our first undefeated week in quite some time. Our buddy Shaq also went X1 with the deck. Our friend Matthew picked up the deck. So I feel like the Lunalight hype is going strong. I'm definitely going to bring it to locals this week, but there are a couple changes I do want to try to the deck. So we are going to do that. We're also going to open a couple of packages. We have a mystery box. We have a mystery card we need to add to the deck. We are starting to get ready to prepare for regionals next month. I think we have one in Rochester, Niagara, and there might be another one. Would be really cool if we could get our invite a bit earlier this season, but we are going to have fun. We're going to try our best. We're going to play the deck that we love and enjoy. With it, we are also going to open some mail. So let's rip into this, see what we get. Now, we do also have a new format in Yu-Gi-Oh! And I believe this is partially for that. Everybody's getting excited about Genesys. If you're buying cards for it, 401, Ruggles 5, you already know. We have Eldritch. I love this deck when it came out, but as a lot of you probably remember, tournaments were canceled. So I feel like I never really had an opportunity to play the deck in the way that I wanted to. So maybe through Genesys, maybe we're back. We do have another package though. Now, I believe this will be the more competitive Genesys deck, but we can definitely get creative with the two. Now, we also have our Odeon deck. I feel like this is something a lot of people got excited about with Genesys, but I do feel like it in general is a strong deck. It might work its way back into the TCG one day, so I thought I'd pick up the core. And I feel like, again, one day it will probably come back up. It's just one of those things that we don't think about anymore, we don't really side for, so someday something's gonna happen. That said, we do still have to open the big box, so let's get to that, and then we're editing the deck. Okay, so I think I know what this is, and I was right. Doom of Dimensions. So this is one of the interesting boxes that also comes with a token. I am personally hoping for the Pegasus, but we have a lot of packs to open in the near future. And hopefully we pull the Marshmallow for Athena. Oh, but we do have DDD Doom King Armageddon. Shout out to Pack. We're gonna open one of these real quick, and the rest maybe at the shop, maybe at the gym. We have, oh, Dracotail Sting. That's a great common. Kind of looks like a Cyber Dragon. We also have Unintended Blue Eye support. It's a spellcaster, it's a tuner, it's a brick, but we might still play it. Good to have. Now we also, on top of that, have a bonus box, but I think I'm going to wait to open this with friends. I always just really enjoy opening packs with friends. Kind of brings me back to being a little one, though we are going to edit the deck. That is the thing we actually sat down to do. Last week we played predominantly board breakers in Heavy Poly, Book of Eclipse. I think our only hand trap was Mulch Army Fulos, and we did this so that we could draw into our board breakers. But this week I think we're moving our side decked impulses into the main. And the idea here is that we're playing a dark deck, and we can play Impulse. And typically, if you can play it, you should play it. I was trying to keep the list at 40. This might mean we bump it up just a little. I also want to try one more mystery card, that being Lunalight Serenade Dance. I find with this deck, if I get stopped, typically there are other great power cards that allow you to continue to push, but I want other cards that allow me to specifically special summon. This does that in a way that Perfume doesn't. Okay, so from here, I think we essentially just get packed up, head to locals, and as I say that, of course, as you can see, we open one more pack. One more pack. We have Tragic Twin, Goki, I forgot that was in here, that's kind of cool. Shout out to Gabe. We've got an Exceed, we've got a Secret, and I think it's the Bramble. It is the Bramble Rose Dragon. I actually commented on Pheromone's video in his opening about how I also wanted to pull this, so kind of manifested that one. Another Goki. Again, double shout out to Gabe. I miss ya. I hope you're doing well, buddy. Anyways, locals. So we're on our way to locals. However, we do have a quick pit stop because our friends are doing something pretty cool. Haven't talked to anybody about this yet, but it's kind of inspiring. It's got my gears turning a little bit. Alright, so here we are at our friend Benood and Vivian's new store, which is like incredibly inspiring. I love seeing my friends build things like this, and as somebody who does one day want to open a gym, I think this is incredibly motivating. That said, you might know them because we've actually worked out with Benood and Triff before. Benood's a normie, so he wasn't aware that Steven is 2-time, soon to be 3-time YCS champion, but yeah, I also brought some packs. We're gonna get the friends to open those and we see if the normies can pull the marshmallow yummy that we do need for Athena's day. Anybody want to open a pack?
Whoa, sick! We can get a marshmallow in there.
That's what we want.
It's a safe Yu-Gi-Oh player environment, correct?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So we got a Silk Bomb Moth, Lycrus Lily Reaper. This is the shiny.
That's the shiny.
Oh, so we're looking for a holographic one. Is
holographic.
Yeah. Is that anything good or this one?
I'm not gonna lie to you, you gotta go again.
Yeah? Oh.
This is an addiction.
Oh, yeah, you got Benood.
It is an addiction.
Run it. Oh, customer.
So we're just looking for holographic.
Oh, that's a good. That's good.
He's a lucky guy.
He needs that card. He needs that.
There you go.
Masterpiece!
That's great business.
I got you. I need to open more or?
Well, you do.
You're apparently very good at it.
Yeah.
Vivian,
Girlfriend luck.
here's the thing.
Yeah.
You and I, we can pull okay cards, but the great cards are always pulled by the girlfriend.
Girlfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Vivian, you
She does have
gotta
one hand, so
take a
I will
pick.
have to help her.
Did you spell it?
Wait, how does it
No,
open?
pull it down.
Oh. Oh.
The cosplay Yu-Gi-Oh here.
What do we call that, Vivian?
A Goki Machine Suplex.
Oh, she got it.
Oh.
Pack battle.
Yu-Gi-Oh time.
Hold the secret.
Not a secret.
Not a
I have the
secret.
Sun Kicker Oracle.
A Radiant
That's a good card.
Typhoon.
That's a good card. It's a
Not
negate.
bad. Oh,
Mouser.
Also good. Also good.
Let me see that try right here.
It's a good card. Get all these dooms.
Dude, it is midriff year, bro. What is this? Goals right there. Alright, Zena. Damn, man. A box these days got so many packs in it. Look at that.
Okay. I just want marshmallow. That's all I want.
Yeah, you're actually hungry for something.
I am, because I haven't really practiced some yummy stuff. Ooh.
Oh,
Oh, it's a yummy card though.
you would pull the yummy card.
Yum, yum, yummy.
Yum, yum, yummy.
Is it actually called?
Oh, look at that. Beautiful. Wanted to say hello. Hello. See you guys a little bit later.
So hyped for the new format.
Right?
So excited. I the box feel like
Update. I see Allie and Alex, and it's gonna be a good week. Easy with the cardboard cravings, Matt.
I have 2 right now.
Whoa, whoa, big flex. 2 cardboard cravings,
I'm
Matt.
not supposed to have 2, but I have 2.
Ooh.
2, I have the one that I'm currently using, which I think I'm supposed to get back, that one back, and then I have this one that I think is a little bit older, but it's like, I don't know, it's like a different felt, but it's a little bit brighter. But it's I don't know, I've just been using this one since Nats. This one is stronger stitching.
Have you seen Mystic Mind running around in Genesys?
Yeah, I saw the Mystic Mind list. Oh, we're playing a grindy deck, are we?
Yeah, we're extended.
I don't believe you. Now, match 1 was against Bearlord, everybody's favorite BA enjoyer, which we do love and respect. And while we did lose the dice roll, we did open the Thrust Heavy Poly and Engine, which does feel pretty good. Now, Bearlord does start with the Cartesia. He fires off a Kitu, grabs the Fimena, and uses Cartesia to fuse the Lucius and the Nib into an Arthalion. From there, he does combo his way into a double trap, the Magistus Negate, Selene attached, and a Gugamel. He also added back the Fimena, so we do have at least a couple of hand traps to play through. I draw into the Hound, which isn't bad as a bonus name, and we do start with the Black Sheep to test if he has an Ash. It is resolving. We are grabbing the Poly, then we're safe to activate the Fractal to send the Hound. Hound is summoning the Leo, and that deals with the Magistus negate. Now I'm activating the Masquerade to bait the Dracotail Flame, but Bearlord, he's a smart guy, and he activates the Horn instead, bouncing his own fusion, triggering Gugamel, and popping the Masquerade. Now things get tricky as I don't have enough bodies on our collective boards and hands to resolve Heavy Poly, so I'm thrusting for a Perfume. It's specialing the Gold Leo, and I'm also trying to poly into a Perfume Dancer, which would give me infinite bodies. However, Bearlord also sees that, so he is using the Flame, he negates, draws, and I play on by banishing the Perfume, discarding and searching a Chick, and now again we need bodies, so I'm normaling the Chick, we are sending the Martin for cost, Martin is bouncing, so we are good to Heavy Poly into the Liger Dancer. At this point, we are clearing the board, we're swinging twice, and while this looks good, it is Bearlord's turn. He is summoning the Cartesia, fusing 5 bodies in hand to make an Arthelion, which adds 5 back. It's triggering infinite effects. Now he's continuing to build his board. I am saving the Liger board wipe and the Hound. However, I do so for too long, and he links my Liger Dancer away into the Underworld Goddess, which is pretty crazy. It hasn't happened before, I wasn't considering it, and it won him game 1. That said, I am now aware I am not letting that happen again, and we are going into game 2, where I will find redemption. With that, game 2, I open a weak hand, but we can still 2-card combo, so I begin with the Kaleido. We are sending Leo, we are activating Perfume to special it back to the board. Bearlord attempts to Veiler the Leo, I activate Called By, and from there, we are comboing all the way into a double Liger, a Baguska, an SP Little Knight, and we got to the full board. With that, Bearlord draws, and he actually tributes the Baguska with a Kaiju, so he came fully prepared for my deck. That said, Bearlord is normal summoning a Malulu, he's using it to summon. I remove it with the SP, that way he doesn't have it as a body, but he does still have 2 in hand. Arthelion is coming down, and it's actually bouncing the Kaiju on the board, so he's able to use that again to tribute over a Liger Dancer, which is pretty huge. He's also able to set and do all of that. However, what he is not able to do is out the second Liger Dancer because I am not letting him build a board yet again. So that is staying on, and we are winning game 2. So we are headed into the all-important game 3. So game 3, Bearlord is going first. He is starting with a 5 mana to summon Arthelion. A bunch of cards are triggering, and when he goes to activate the Satrahu to further build the board, I impulse, and that leads to a big pass back. So we are drawn, we are summoning the Gold Leo, it is getting ashed. I do, however, follow it up with a Fractal. It sends a Hound, Hound is specialing the Chick, and before I can use its effect, Bearlord activates the 5 mana he added back to hand to summon a second Arthelion, which is bouncing the Chick to my hand, which does hurt, but we're not out of plays. Sheep is discarded, Poly is added, and I'm using it to fuse a Perfume, which creates a few triggers, and eventually lets me get to a Tiger, which I attempt to scale and activate. However, we get hit with the third hand trap. It's Ogre, it's stopping the push there. Luckily, yet again, I still have a second Perfume. He is out of interrupts, and we are comboing into a Tiger King, double Perfume, and most importantly, the big Liger Dancer, which is allowing us to clear the board. We are swinging in for game 3, and we're taking a very tough victory there. Shout out to Bearlord, really made me work for that one between the Kaijus, the Underworld Goddess, and all of that. But honestly, awesome match. I feel like Bearlord really did teach me a lot in that one. We had a lot of fun.
My favorite deck now, Fenrir is Darkwing.
Like, there's no way he has all monsters in hand, but you do. True, last time we played, you kind of destroyed me.
No, I didn't.
A little bit, a little bit.
Destroy you.
It is round 2. We are playing against my favorite hero enjoyer, and he's playing heroes. Now, I'm not hand trapping anything. Bro is just going off. This is the best. I didn't know the locals would feel this good today. Go off. Plasma, plasma. He just searched plasma. I'm in my happy place. Might be happier if I lose. So, Drewski full combos into Darklaw, Plasma, DPE, favorite contact. Luckily, I have Book of Eclipse. Heroes don't have a negate, so it books his board. I play through the last interruption, which is favorite contact, summon a Tiger King to negate the Neos, clear the board, and then we are swinging for game. Now, game 2, again, he builds the full board. Yet again, I activate Eclipse. He, however, this time has Ash, and I can't play through Darklaw. So we are going to the all-important game 3, where I am going first. I get double Fuwood, but I do still land on double Liger Dancer. Then, unexpectedly, time is called. It's our first double match loss, which I guess is what happens when you spend the entirety of your match talking about Halo 3 and nostalgic things. But hey, we had a really fun time after the match trying to lab how the hero hand could break through the double Liger Dancer. Our first couple attempts didn't work, but I think we did find a line and a prioritization which will work. So in the future, post-support, I feel like there might actually be hope for heroes. Maybe it's Cope, but I love that deck, and we definitely are going to be picking it up yet again. Yeah, he's kind of the hero goat. I'm trying to learn a thing or two. You know?
I actually taught him how to play heroes.
You taught him how to play heroes?
I did, Drew. Didn't I teach you how to play heroes? That's the face of a man who knows I'm correct. I remember when we were like practicing, he's like, I need a deck to play, and I'm like, yo, this is cool deck I've been playing, you could take it, and I lent him my hero cards.
Oh, okay, okay.
Shiny off the rip too.
Yeah, I felt bad. Those are like my bulk cards or something, I don't know.
Yeah, see y'all next week.
We also had the pleasure of playing against Ali, who's always a very wholesome, helpful individual. Also, today I learned that his Matt and his Zodiac cards, which he is playing today, are mostly gifted for his birthday or have this sentimental feeling behind them, which I actually really appreciate. I feel like I'm a very sentimental person. I like hearing when cards are also sentimental and, you know, that there's more to them. That said, I did end up winning this one 2-1, though to be fair to Ali, I think the Lunalight deck just has a really, really good matchup here. Zodiac doesn't really have the outs to Liger, and that's really just what it came down to. Again, Ali, he's a much better player, but the Ligers, they're difficult to out, for sure. So a little bit of art for you.
Yeah.
I hope you like it. Now we both have something Yu-Gi-Oh related. But
Yeah, in a world championship too.
Vanquished Soul guy.
Oh, Caesar.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. So our final match of the day is against none other than Tristan. I think, admittedly, I've only ever won one match against him. So while I adore Tristan, he is definitely a difficult person to beat, and we are playing this final round on hard mode. That said, he is winning the dice roll, he is still on Hiraldic Ryzeal, and he is using Ouroboros to hand rip me 3 times. Then he's also setting up the Ryzeal board and all of that. So we are not winning game 1, but we are going into the all-important game 2. And in game 2, I draw a tanky called by, which feels decent. Typically, I like to search tanky mid-combo and then extend with it, but it's definitely still a solid hand. I enter standby. Tristan is dropping the Perulia, and while I could call by here, I actually decided to save it for something a little spookier. With that, I do fire off the tanky. We grab a Gold Leo, which I normal, and Tristan proceeds to draw. Gold Leo is then adding Hound, it's discarding Hound, Hound is specialing the Kaleido from deck. Tristan then reveals quite a powerful interrupt in Azuna. She's specialed and sends the Lupus from deck to grave. Lupus attempts to summon, but we did save the called by. We are activating it here, and it is putting in real work. With that, Kaleido uses its effect to change names, send the Yellow Marten to grave for cost. Next, we use Black Sheep's effect, discard it, grab a Hero Art Poly from the deck, and to trigger Gold Leo to add the sheep back. Now we are activating that beautiful Poly, fuse both bodies into the Perfume, and we are chain blocking Perfume's effect by declaring the Kaleido to add back the Poly. This lets us search the deck for the Perfume spell and add the Poly back to hand. On res, Tristan is deciding to commit to the Droll and Lockbird, which is pretty rough as it is the third hand trap, but we are pushing on. Perfume is then activated, it's targeting the Kaleido. Kaleido is sending the Leo Dancer from the extra deck for cost. Then a Ghost Ogre comes down, removing yet another body, which is again rough, as I can't search more under Droll. However, I do have the second Perfume to special back the Chick yet again. Chick then has me diving back into the deck to send the Wolf, essentially our Miracle Fusion to the grave. Then I discard the Black Sheep, I'm adding back the Wolf, and from there the Wolf is scaled. We actually get to our Liger Dancer, a Baguska, and I think that's pretty good considering we were hand trapped 4 times that turn. Now Tristan is drawing and he's still invested as 1 extra Ryzeal moves mountains, though the first action is a 7th Ascension. It's searching a Tachyon. I'm activating a Droll of my own, and the next card that comes down, it's a Thrust. It's setting an infinite permanence, and that is enough writing on the wall. We are actually taking game 2 and we are moving into the all-important game 3. I wish you well. Now, I draw into an impressive go in second hand of Heavy Poly, Eclipse, and a starter. However, none of that matters if he rips my hand before I actually get a chance to play it. So this is an interesting one. Tristan is beginning with some Ryzeal plays, which send number 18. It foolishes his own Leos from deck to grave. X is then grabbing him a sword. The Leo is grabbing him a copy of Griffin. The sword is then specialed, and he has 3 bodies to overlay into his first Evo Swarm Ouroboros, which is of course going to rip a card. It is starting with the Heavy Poly, which is a bit rough, but as long as we keep the other, we're okay. Star Ryzeal is then summoned, Cross is being placed, flipped face up, and the Hiraldic Monster Reborn is then activated. Tristan then combos until a node is specialed from hand. It is popping the Eclipse, and he's using it to special back the sword. But more importantly, bring back the Evo Swarm Ouroboros for its second hand rip. So he's rolling, and this time he is hitting the Kaleido Chick, which is actually the best case scenario for us. With that, his board is getting bigger. He's overlaying into a Detonator. It's attaching the Eclipse Twins. He is continuing to combo into a Dugaris, which he is detaching to draw 2. Thrust is then sent to grave, and he's using the Cross to draw into a 3rd card. At this point, I'm questioning what he's deep drawing for, but he's following it up by setting 3 in the back row, so I'm sure it's there. With that, it is back to me. I am drawing into a Molcharmi Fualos, right on time. That said, we have 4 in hand, and I think we actually have a chance here. My first action is to activate the Book of Eclipse. Tristan then chains the card he was deep drawing for. It is Featherstorm. It is resolving. So luckily is Book of Eclipse, and our Gold Leo is a vanilla, but we are now activating our anime card. It's Heavy Poly, it's coming down. I'm fusing Gold Leo, Leo Dancer, and 2 perfumes, taking 7,500 damage and summoning Lunalight Liger Dancer. Now, Tristan noted here that Liger actually isn't affected by Featherstorm, so we are good to go. We are activating the board wipe. We are clearing 6 bodies and sending another Leo to grave. His Eclipse in grave is now specialing back a Detonator with 2 mats. I go to battle. I swing into the Detonator. It protects. I swing again. It gets destroyed. And it's coming back yet again as Tristan is activating the set plugin. It's specialing the Detonator back, attaching a body from deck. So I would assume he doesn't draw it and he has a better chance there. With that, Tristan is going to his draw phase, and he's using the Cross to put back 2 to draw yet again. From here, he's activating the double Monster Reborn. He's specialing 2 bodies. He's overlaying them into Masquerade, which I believe he's hoping I misplay and burn myself for game. Luckily, I have learned to read, and we are going to board wipe, not in the battle phase, but actually in the end phase. Detonator is protecting, but I am able to get my Saber Dancer in grave, which was the real goal there. I then draw into a Droll, of course, right on time, and in the draw, I do board wipe yet again, sending the Leo to clear his bodies. Now, normally, Liger wouldn't be able to do the full 8k, but I do banish the Saber Dancer we sent last turn. We are boosting the attack by 3k. We are entering battle, and we are closing this matchup by swinging twice for 6,800, a total of 13,600 damage. With that, we take the match. Second time ever beating Tristan, and it felt really good this time because I felt like there was a real uphill battle, not only in the dice roll, but the style of decks. And again, as always, Tristan was wonderful, teaching me what my cards did as I played them. There was, again, that Featherstorm Liger interaction. That was cool. Okay, so we are back home. We opened our prize packs. It was actually Photon Hypernova because it was a charity event, so something a little different. And the cool thing about this set was that in theory, you could pull a Starlight Mirror Jade. Now, I didn't, but I did pull. Where are you? Oh, there you are. We pulled a Tearlaments Kashtira. Love Tearlaments, didn't have this, so that's fun. But I'm actually feeling really good about Lunalight going into October, the regionals that we have. Rochester is the one last year that we did get our invite at with Mitsurugi, but I started playing pretty late last year, and not gonna lie, it was a little stressful trying to get the invite that late into the season. And we did it, we made it happen, but I would love to get that invite a bit earlier this time. So we are really putting in some time with Lunalight. I think this deck can do it. We almost went to locals undefeated. This one, obviously, we got that double loss with Drew for time, but you know, didn't lose a match in a conventional way, and that feels good. I think the deck is pretty well positioned into Yummy. I think it's decent into Dracotail, though I do think Mitsurugi is probably my worst matchup. I also want to talk to you a little bit about our friends Benoot and Vivian starting that shop, because There was a lot of really cool things that happened this week in this episode, but I think the highlight for me was honestly watching them put that together. I really love Benood. I think Vivian's a wonderful person, and that was an example of somebody going out, having a dream, and just acting on it until it came to fruition. It's an example of really just believing in yourself and what you want to do. And I think those instances, those moments in life are worth documenting, talking about, just bringing to light, because at the end of the day, we all have dreams and they're all in different directions. But I think reminding yourself that dreams can come true and that you can work towards these big things, I think that's wonderful, and I think we need to remind each other. I think we need to celebrate each other. I think that watching that just got me so excited about, again, one day opening a gym. It's something that I've had in the back of my head forever. I'm going to work a little harder now, to be honest. I think they really motivated me. It's wonderful to see your friends go out and succeed at what they love and what they want to do. That said, I hope that you are equally as motivated. I hope you are excited about your own dreams and your own endeavors. I know life can be really hard, and I know that right now for a lot of people it is, but don't lose sight of what you really want. We've only got one life here to do this, and you want to give it your all. You want to go out, you want to figure it out, you want to give it every piece of you and do some good in the world, you know? That's that's the video though. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I think that I love doing this. This for me is a big dream too. It's really wonderful that I can share it with you. So thank you for being here. I will see you next Sunday with a brand new vlog. We are going to continue working towards that invite, and we're going to have a pretty wonderful time doing it. So with that, you take care, you be well, and as always, peace and love.